today we're talking about. So, like, a lot of the times when I come up or when I get topics for the episodes, I'll look back over our text messages, our social, things like that in our life to kind of look for tempoles.
That's how we put it together.
That'll pop up that I think will be good for talking points. And I don't know, it just made me laugh. I saw, she posted something there. She hit my sandwiches.
I know what you're going to say. Back in our sexy house.
Yeah.
The sexy house.
Yeah.
The thing is, and this is why I said, I fucking love it when I remind you of your mom. And Tommy found this place called Capriati's.
When I lived in Vegas, it's one of the things that I enjoyed about Vegas. There was a place that was right around my block, the Capriati's, and it turns out that now they're a little bit, or maybe they were a chain then too. But whatever, there was one out here. And it was far, but Postmates would go. Like since this point, Postmates has learned it doesn't make sense for us to go as far as that.
You discovered Thanksgiving dinner in a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, they have a few great sandwiches, but that's the one they're famous for, the Bobby. And it's delicious.
And it's all the way in Culver City, Santa Monica, Marina Del Rey.
Yeah, it was Marina Del Rey, I think. It was far.
And
but they would go for me.
Easily like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, especially you have to go to it, get it, and then bring it to me.
That would be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, bro. Probably, and it was like on the weekend, like I would watch the game and have that come in, like, during the game.
So you discover your favorite new sandwich shop, and as predicted, you come back with 25-foot-long sandwiches.
No, I get the same four. I get the Bobby, the cold turkey, steak and cheese, and a meatball palm.
And what do I do with those sandwiches?
At this particular time, she fucking hid them, bro. She hid them, and it made me like that moment made me think about food in a relationship, because it's really like it's a thing, dude. It's a thing. I don't know why you get she gets the first off, you should never touch my sandwiches.
Wait a minute.
That's one.
You backtrack. You got to backtrack. You brought the sandwiches home. You put them on the counter.
Yes. And then you took two and hid them.
And then I took two and I hid them secretly. You had no idea.
No, I had an idea because they were gone.
The fuck are my sandwiches?
Yeah.
And I was like, you ate them, honey.
No.
You ate them.
Yeah. I know what I ate and what I didn't eat. She's sitting there like I'm a fool. She's videoing me. She's videoing me like I'm a jackass. And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm like, where the fuck are my other two sandwiches? And it just, like I said, it made me think when I was going back looking and I seen that one, that made me laugh. But it also made me think about food in a relationship. Yeah. And, with your partner.
Go off. What do you mean?
I mean that, how come any food that I get, you have to get a bite of? More importantly, it's typically the first bite. Like that's not just a you and me thing. That's a relationship thing. And I'm wondering why that is. Because that would never, I've had male roommates, you know what I mean? Like I believe it or not, there's only been like a year in my life where I've lived on my own, like by myself. I normally like to live with someone, so that you have someone to talk to.
Energy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The one time I lived with someone that I knew there was an acquaintance, not a friend, it was a nightmare.
What do you mean? Why?
He was fucking a meth head. You know what I mean? Like it was a nightmare. So like the next time I moved by myself. I'm like, I don't want to ever be with anyone. But then, for that 2-year period, I didn't like it that much.
You've lived with Jamie. You've lived with Lamar. You've lived with... I didn't live with
Lamar, but I lived with Jamie. I lived with Vanny. I lived with, I've had roommates. I've had male roommates.
That were your friends?
Yes, always my friends.
Yeah.
Always my friends. I order food and have food come into the house and one of them be like, let me get a bite.
Oh.
Never. It would never be, let me get a bite. More importantly, let me get like the first bite. Maybe you save him some. Maybe I'll say, like, yo, can you save me some? Maybe, but never like, yo, here, let me get a bite. When you're in a relationship, do you do it in the road? Do you ask for a bite of your man's food? He offers.
My heart just melted.
Okay.
So first of all, he's 6'4". Second of all, he's polite, and she's in love.
Yes.
So you see that? That's like the restaurant. That's the universal law of a man. He comes up to you. He bongs you over the head with a giant bat, and then he drags you
back to his cave.
Yes.
And
part of that is you have to offer your girl the first bite.
Yeah, I think that it's primal.
Let's go back to the morning.
Oh,
There's like a dry piece of Cheerio in my son's room. Because when he wakes up, he has a routine.
No, there wasn't. There was plural. There was 50. He was like, Daddy, can you get these out? He was trying to go to sleep with brushing Cheerios out of the bed. So, yeah, I had to tell my wife.
You don't do that.
I had to tell my wife, there's no eating in the bed.
No.
No eating in the bed. She did it. She has a horrible habit of doing it.
No.
It's now gone on to me.
No.
I'll be the first to admit it. And now she's looking to do it to our poor innocent son. She gave him a bowl of Cheerios to sit within the bed.
No.
Yeah.
Dry. No. You guys,
dry. Grab it.
You guys, no milk or anything.
No.
Wait. Yeah. Tommy goes, hey, babe. We can't pass our bad habits on to our child. So just from now on, make sure there's no, like, don't give him any, like, food in the bed, okay, or in his room. And so this morning I was like, hey, Shams, got to hop into the kitchen. There's no food in your room allowed, okay? So, but whatever. Later that night, he walks,
Yeah, me.
Okay? You walk into the room with meatballs, pasta,
No
Rayo
meatballs.
sauce.
There's no meatballs. There's just pasta.
Okay. Then he leaves, comes back. This time.
Oh, he's on a conveyor belt.
Oh,
I was on
this
a conveyor belt
time you've
last
got
night.
a sandwich.
No,
was it
peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
There was something before that you had.
Yes, there was the Ritz cracker and cheese. But I didn't eat the whole one. It was like, this isn't going to do it. This isn't going to do what I was looking for. But see, you want to come at me with this, and you have no idea. You have no idea.
Raising my hand, you guys.
How proud I am of myself last night.
Why?
Because I wanted so bad. I'm reading this book, The Science of Self-Discipline. It's fucking excellent.
Oh, did you? Obviously, it's working.
Well, listen, everything, you got to implement shit, and it's step by step, inch by inch, it's yard by yard.
I'll
hard.
read it. I'll read it.
Sure you will. Sure you will. There's no pictures in it. There's no quotes from any of the housewives. Don't worry. But it's excellent. Anybody out there that wants to read it, it's excellent.
Is it on Instagram?
He's got a lot of like things that, whoa, shit. Like I stopped and really had to think for it. And like, wow, that's a really stuff that really resonated with me.
Okay, share how impactful it was last night when you were having a buffet.
But last night,
10:30.
What I wanted to do so fucking bad was order something.
Like what?
Just something.
Like
I wanted
what?
to order something. I wanted to order food, and I resisted that temptation. So yeah, I rated everything that was in the fucking. I ate a hodgepodge of fucking literally the sandwich I made, the peanut butter and jelly, and we have a bread box, so nothing ever really gets moldy, but it still gets old. And I'm pretty sure that the bread that I used to make that PB&J was, maybe from around the time we moved in. But whatever, man.
No, I don't let shits like. Just let's be clear. I go in that bread box and I make sure everything is on point.
Okay, well, it definitely did not taste on point, the bread. I made a PB&J.
You can put bread in the fridge.
I had a little bit of pasta. I had an ice pop. And there was, I had the Ritz thing that didn't really work out, and a fruit roll-up. So I had, it was like I said, it was definitely a hodgepodge. But I was very proud of myself because I didn't order any food.
I said to Tommy, I think I'm going to give you a little privacy since you were on a food marathon. And I literally got up out of bed and I went upstairs to the clubhouse, to the studio. And I was like, I think you need some alone time with you and your situation.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And, I'll be back in about a half an hour.
It was delicious.
Hopefully you'll be done by then.
And I was.
And you were asleep.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the story.